Hello there ladies, how are we doing? This is going to be a cool little video, so if you can see over there, I don't mind the mess in the boxes, but Pyramid Plastics, one of the best companies I've ever worked with. Adam, thank you so much for everything, you always had my back. They've sent me a few little bits and pieces for the MT10 to install, do a few pictures and, you know, socials on and stuff like that, so we're going to crack on to what we've got right now. I've unboxed everything. First of all, boom! So here we have the fender extender, front and rear. This basically adds, you know, a good sort of 6 inches of extra to the mud guards, and this basically helps block and stop any shit going up the pipes for this front one, for example. And then you got the rear one here, which obviously helps the under tray and all the underside of your bike just that little bit more if you're riding in the rain, any kind of splashing, debris, crap, salt, whatever it is. It just helps to prevent any of that going up the back. Now they come with a little fixing kit. You can choose to drill them if you want. Now I've never drilled them before. What you get in the pack is you get double-sided stickers, and I've always found them to be absolutely fine. They've never come off, even in heat, cold, ice, snow, whatever it is. I've never had these come off before, and I've had these on quite a few bikes. So that's those two. And then we have this guy here. And this is a rear seat cowl. Now this is a cowl for the comfort seat. They do have two separate ones. They have ones for the comfort seat and they have one for the standard seat. So if you've got one or the other, again, pyramidplastics.co.uk, very well packaged. There we go, comfort seat cowl. Remove seat and strap, slide seat cowl on from the rear of the seat, fit the seat cowl to the strap mounting points using the original fittings and refit the seat to the bike. Very simple and easy install. But here we go. Look at that, that looks nice, that. Again, really well made, and also the paint as well has got the same sparkle in it that the stock paint has. Not too heavy either, which is great. They're nice and strong, they ain't coming off. So we're going to install that as well. And then, the most exciting part for me is this guy. Now this is a fly screen, and this is matte black for the new 22 Plus models. Now they have got some really cool stuff coming in the works. Got side panels, and they've got cheeks coming as well, which go underneath the headlights, which, you know, give it a little bit more character because it's a little bit empty in that area, the bike. Again, these are all made by Pyramid Plastics, and I'm very happy to give these a go. Again, really well packaged actually. Wow. Then you obviously get the instructions here. Direct replacement, use the original bolts, new fittings are required. Again, these are just plug and play. Look at that, that's really cool. So really, I thought it would be painted, but it's not. It's the plastic itself. And then the actual material itself is really nice. Matte, with a bit of texture to it as well, which will hopefully set off the bike, because any of you guys know I don't like glossy things. Slightly different texture to the cowl. The cowl's more of a satin, kind of a smoother feel, where this is like, it's rough, it's got a bit of texture to it. And I really like that actually. That's enough of me rambling, let's go and fit these. Right boys, here we have the new fly screen here. As you can see, the old one is obviously shiny, and to me it kind of fits a bit out of place because everything else is matte. And that's going to look so cool. Nothing really wrong with the old one, but I have ceramic coated this. Right, so as far as I'm aware, these are a 5mm. They might be a 4mm. They are a 4mm, so now. Oh, these are quite loose already. So there's not a lot of torque on these at all. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with this one in particular. It's quite nice. Like I said, it's going to look so good with that matte screen on it. Again, just working towards little baby steps of where I want this bike to be in terms of aesthetics. This is very simple install. You don't really need me a video showing you how to do this. But the stuff from Pyramid Plastics I've been getting over the past few years has been absolutely amazing. These are starting to corrode already, so just keep in mind I need to wipe them down. This should just come straight off, which they do, and there are no washers on the inside because they use these threaded rubber grommets. You know, it actually kind of looks cool without without anything on it. Take all this off, it might look like the old MT09. Give this a wipe down whilst it's off actually, because this kind of stuff never sees the light of day. If I had more time, I would sit and give this a proper clean, but no, it might be a thing for the future, that actually taking all this off and see what it looks like, because that kind of has the old MT09 look to it. Right, let's get one of these. There we go. Line that up. We want to do these up very, very loosely actually, because that needs a little bit of space to come over. Might need to give it a bit of a tug to get them in place, because these things do tend to move. These little rubber grommets do tend to move. So push it down, make sure you're not cross-threading anything. With them being rubber grommets, should be a little bit wiggle room in there for us. What I usually do is I would tighten down corner to corner, so there's an even spread of tension on each of the threads. Don't want to do them too tight because they weren't too tight to come off in the first place, so just, you know, nip them up. And that is literally that, and that looks so good. Just wipe it down a little bit. There we go. Look at that. Wow, that looks unreal. Look how cool that looks. That just tops off the look for me massively. Yeah, I absolutely love that. And it's, like I said, ceramic coated, so hopefully with the weather, with the rain in the weather. But look at that, boys. Really simple install. 2 minutes, 2-minute job, and it's looking 10 times better in my opinion. Right guys, today we're going to be installing this pyramid seat cowl. As you can see here, I've ceramic coated it and I've left it a few days. I've been very, very busy actually, so I've not actually got time to do, not had time to do this, but again, a really, really simple install. So what we're doing is we're taking the strap off of this is for the comfort seat, but we're taking the strap off, which is a 10mm. Now this should look pretty cool, and like I said, it is for the comfort seat only. There is a separate one for the standard seat. Just be careful because these hooks are also held in place by these nuts and washers. So just keep them on there like that. Same for this guy. Pull this off. And then just pull that out like so. Right, and now what I'm going to do is we're just going to slide this guy on from the back. Try not to scratch anything. Push from the back and then pull these tabs up whilst pushing, and that goes over there like that one. There we go. A little bit tricky, but make sure that's on nice and snug. Washers back on. And then your nuts. For some reason, these are matte red with the red washer, and this one's matte blue and red. But then there's blue on the washer here as well. And really quite a simple install, to be honest with you. Nothing faffy, nothing really too difficult. You don't want to do these up too tight because you don't want to crack the plastic. I really need to sort this garden out, don't I? Christ. They will bottom out like that, and as soon as they start to firm up, just that's it. Nice, look at that. And there you've got that really nice cowl on there. Let's go put it on and see what it looks like. There we go. Wow, look at that. I think that's really nice. That just sets off the look as well. It's nicely formed around here. You get a little bit of a gap so you can still see the seaming. Wow, you can still see the seam. I'm going to give this a little bit of a clean. But like I said, I have ceramic coated this, and the paint really does match up with the standard paint. Because if you see that in the sun, the glitter, the sparkle in there, you've got, it's actually more in that than there is in the standard paint. Nice look at that. So I'm just going to give it a bit of a clean, and then there you have it. I think that really sets off the bike even nicer now. Cool, there you go. Right boys, now we are going to be installing the fender extenders, and these are very, very easy, very simple to install. Done this a few times before, and they're very, very good. Again, really nice plastic, and it's just going to help us stop any of the crap from coming up here. And one of the areas on this bike that gets quite gunked up is underneath the seat, where the key is to get the rear seat off. It can get quite gunked up, and that can get quite rusty, especially when it comes to winter. So what we do need, some alcohol. It's just clean the underside of the mudguard. Now this is going to be fairly filthy, fairly dirty, because this is where the tyre is going to fling up all of its shit. Give that a proper good clean. You can take this off if you want. So now that's nice and cleaned up. Slot this in to where it's going to be, and there you go. You can see that's where the mudguard's going to sit there. A nice fit, nice moulding, etc. You can have two options here. You can either drill into this and into the mudguard and put these little rivets in, but I don't like doing that, so what I am going to do, they do provide you with some double-sided stickers. You might be thinking, why on earth are these all sorts of different shapes? With the curves and stuff on here, it's kind of useful to have different shapes and sizes. Now again, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wipe this down with some alcohol just to make sure that they're going to stick. I'm just going to arrange some of these onto here. So what I like to do I like to get the big one, the big round one, and put that way, yeah, like this, in the middle. And it is quite sunny, so I'm going to leave these out in the warmth for a bit. I don't need a heat gun or anything. And then I'll just get these little crescent ones, and I'll whack them on different parts. Whack one there, and what I'm going to do is use one of the triangles, wherever they are. Might be a bit big. Oh no, there you go. It'd be nice if these were 3M, and that should be more than enough to get this guy to stick. Like I said, I'm just going to leave this in the sun for a little bit for it to heat up, and we're just going to pop underneath, stick it up, and give it some pressure, and it should just stick completely fine. They do actually give you alcohol wipe there with the packet. Go over to the front, do the same thing. Same thing for this. Give it a quick spray. Don't need much. It's got a bigger surface area, this one, so you can fit a bit more on it. There we go, that should be more than enough. Put one on there for good measure, why not? So those ones are warming up now. I'm going to put these in the sun somewhere to warm up. So now that's fairly warm. Peel these off. Again, you might want to leave these in the sun or use a bit of heat, but they're fairly tacky as it is, so here we go. So what you want to do is you want to line it up from the back. Don't push it up just yet. Make sure that it's aligned. What I like to do is put the point up against the front there. Just tack it in place just a little bit. When you're happy, give it a squeeze. You just want to give it a good squeeze. There we go. Make sure that they're really nice and stuck. And there you go. There's number one done. And now for the front, same process. Right, there we go. Similar thing. We're just gonna slide this up the back. We're just gonna squeeze and hold. We're gonna check from the other side, and then we're just gonna again squeeze and hold. Don't squeeze one side more than the other, otherwise the other one will pop out. And there we go. There's number two. And you see how much extra it gives you there. It gives you a good 6 inches extra, so hopefully you won't get too much fling up your guards anymore, up your rad and up your oil cooler. And there you go, simple as that. Now leave that 24 hours to cure, and you've got one at the back and at the front, and you're all protected. There's another great piece of pyramid stuff for you. Right, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you very, very soon, I'm sure. And until the next time, boys and girls, set them out. See you soon. Goodbye.